Welcome to Working and Wandering.
I'm one of your hosts. I'm Chris.
And I'm Martha, and we're also Venturesome Couple.
And we're here with two special guests today. Why don't you introduce yourself, gentlemen?
I'm Matt from Matt's RV Reviews, and this is my partner, Will.
Hi, guys.
What's going on?
Welcome.
So we are hoping to find out all about your journey in the RV world because it's a wild one, and what we're really focused on is, like, how are people making money in the RV industry? Love the entrepreneurial side of things, and so we're just going to kind of talk through that, about what you do, how you got in the RV industry, kind of like what your travel's like, and, what's your hustle so that people can see you don't just have to be a damn work camper.
Wait, You're getting paid? Nice.
Well, based on that banner, somebody's getting paid. It might be the marketing company.
Yeah, it's definitely not us yet. But, Will, why don't you kick it off?
Yeah, for sure. So my wife, Jen, and I were full-time RVers, and we hit the road probably almost 2 years ago, give or take a little bit now, and that's when we really hit the road full-time. And our job has really allowed that, and it transitioned kind of between like just traveling a lot for work to really, wanting to embrace the lifestyle as a whole, and even when we weren't there for work, actually traveling for fun as well. So,
right.
Again, doing our work requires a lot of travel, but then we kind of expanded from that and went full-time to enjoy the other time in our RV while traveling.
Right. And so how long you been an RVer?
Since 2019 is when we bought our first RV.
Oh, wow. You're pre-COVID.
Yes.
Nice.
So you saw the
Yeah,
chaos.
he's a real RVer.
Actually, the end of 18. Yep.
Very cool.
No.
You're
no.
right. You're
no,
right.
That we've been attacked on social media.
What?
Saying that we're not real RVers. And,
that's-
just because I'm a part-timer, Will's a full-timer.
Yes.
Yeah, see, that's some bullshit because we travel all over and we see you everywhere.
We
Yeah.
do.
And you're with your RV.
Yeah.
Shock. And
Yep.
we all started out as part-time, sometime, once in a while, every other weekend. Let's be real. Most RVers are in that thing, 5 weekends a year?
Yep.
Right.
I've got a lot of nerve to talk crap about you guys
Yeah.
when you're traveling the country with it.
Yeah.
Right.
And just because, if you don't full-time, there's, weekend warriors, there's sometime,
Right.
part-time, full-time, most time.
So, Matt,
Yes.
since you're allegedly not an RVer, considering this is now the second one I've seen you in.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Let's talk about your RV background because you started out in the sales world
Yes.
before becoming an RVer.
Well, both Will and I did. We started at Leo's Vacation Center in Gambrills, Maryland. Shout out Leo's.
Right.
I was a salesperson, and what I did was I started making YouTube videos, doing RV tours. And they weren't reviews, right? Like everybody, they were all walkthroughs, but everybody
Yeah.
called them reviews, especially back then.
Right.
And so I went to a Gary V conference, and I got to spend a little bit of time with Gary, and I asked him, I'm like, dude, nobody does reviews. Like, I want to do reviews. And so
Right.
we changed the channel, long story short, changed the channel name from Matt at Leo's Vacation Center to Matt's RV Reviews. And I wanted to do a point rating system.
Right.
Hey, this is 7.4, this 9.9, but that's too controversial because at the end of the day, these are RVs that we're trying to sell. So what we came up with was let's do 3 things we love about the RV and 3 things we don't like, and that's really what took the channel off.
Yeah.
So when we met with Gary V, I had 1,600 subscribers. Exactly 1 year later, we hit 16,000 subscribers. And then 1 year after that, we hit over 100,000 subscribers. And now we have over 1 million on all social media platforms.
Right. Right. Killing it. And he's rolling around in an alliance.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Delta One, if I believe that's the case.
Yep. We have a 2024 Alliance Delta 262 RB, and Will's on his third Alliance.
Yes.
Right.
We're big Alliance fans and
Right.
owners, and we love the Bradys and good people. Alliance, their RVs stink because they're RVs and their houses on wheels and things go wrong. But I'm telling you now, Alliance has the absolute best customer service that will take care of you once they're all done. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? Alliance, here's the deal, right? Everybody loves Alliance, and people are wondering why. Respect, with the utmost respect. Alliance doesn't build a better coach. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. It's Arguid, and a lot of people will think that.
Right.
The reality is there's a lot of manufacturers that build phenomenal coaches, but it's the customer service after the fact
Right.
that is the exceptional part. And Alliance has built a good coach. You know,
Right.
You know what I'm trying to say.
Right. No, 100%, because this isn't our first brand either. We had the benefit of traveling and renting like all kinds of stuff. And you
In
guys being in,
pre-COVID.
yeah. And you guys being in the industry, you have access to whatever you want. You've
Everything.
walked every platform that pretty much exists, and you choose the way you do for your own personal stuff based on what you get on the back end. Like you said, the customer service side of things.
Yeah. And not only in the States, you guys traveled abroad and traveled RVs or
Toured.
reviewed. Yeah, thank you. Toured RVs abroad.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, it's really exciting because this year will be our third year going to Dusseldorf, the Caravan Salon, over in Dusseldorf, Germany. So make sure, if you guys want to see those videos, look up Matt's RV Reviews Europe
Right.
edition. But what's really exciting is the company that owns the Caravan Salon
Right.
just bought China One. So we will be going to Beijing April of 2025 for the China RV show. China Caravan Salon, whatever you want to call it. So
That's
it's going to
wild.
be kick butt
That's
awesome.
exciting.
So now-
well, wait. Normally I say kick butt awesome in America, but it's not going to be America. It's going to be China.
Hey,
but,
it's still kick butt awesome, by
yeah,
God.
it's
Yeah.
kick butt. It's kick butt awesome in China.
Right?
That's
right.
the first time I've ever said that.
Yeah.
But we are very excited.
So that's kind of taking me down a little bit of a rabbit hole here. So when you guys are talking China, are we talking like B vans? Like, they usually have like tiny ass cars over there, so not rolling in a big ass paradigm.
So in Europe, yeah, in Europe it's primarily B vans and like Class C's and stuff like that. There is a few Class A's, but what's crazy is you have to be a certain age to like kind of grandfathered in to drive those big Class A's because the emissions and stuff, they're taking that away. So like all these big units that we have over here in America, you cannot have over there in Europe. I would imagine it's going to be the same in China with that market. I've seen some videos, but nobody's really like gone over there. But believe it or not, Fleetwood's over there. Which,
Really?
Oh,
That
yeah.
is cool.
Yeah.
That's
I didn't realize
smart.
that.
And so like Jayco's in Australia, right? And so but I know that's not real Jayco. That's not, Jebediah's Jayco. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
But they use the name Jayco, where it might be the same with Rev Group and Fleetwood.
Right.
I don't know. We'll find out.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That is cool. Are you going with him?
We will be in Europe this year. I don't know about China yet.
China's expensive.
It's very expensive.
Our goal is to do a very great job with the Dusseldorf show this year. All we need them to do is cover our flights, but the flights are very, very, very
right.
expensive.
Right. That's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
So you guys have obviously different travel types, right? You're sometime or as needed. A lot of it's business-based travel, and there's nothing
Right.
wrong
All
with
of
that.
it,
That's
yeah.
all of it's business-based travel. And then, of course, you guys are full-time. So
Yeah.
your business travel, leisure travel kind of all blends into one.
Yeah.
What do you do to make money?
Yeah, so our main income source, I guess you would say, is Matt's RV Reviews. So we can batch record our videos and we film with General RV. So we can film videos enough to get us through our travels and then come back and we, start recording again.
So income stream number one is General RV Partnership.
Yes.
See?
Next,
Yeah, and then from there we also have Liquefied. Is that where you were leading?
nope, channel sponsors.
Yeah, okay. So still in Matt's RV Reviews. Yeah, we have
Right.
channel sponsors, of course.
Shout them out. Shout them out.
Right?
So-
we got no obligations. Do your thing.
So we work with Brooklyn Bedding, RV Life, Lipper. Who am I missing?
Waggle.
Waggle. Yep.
Yep.
So yeah, and as we're traveling, of course, we have our days where we're at the dealership and we're actually recording. But then always throughout that, we're working on those relationships and
Yeah.
editing videos and maintaining, just good partnerships and everything.
Right.
Nice. And then we have a third stream of income.
Yes, and of course that is YouTube ad revenue.
Yes. So we
Right.
get paid from Google. We get paid from TikTok and Facebook.
Yep.
TikTok was really good for like 2 or 3 months, but now it's just a little bit of pennies. And YouTube's pennies, but
Hey.
when you have a tenth of a penny a million times,
Right.
it's pretty
It adds
good.
up.
Mailbox
It does.
money.
Mailbox money, right?
Mailbox
Or direct
money.
deposit money as we see it these days.
Yep.
So let's talk about the realities, right? Some people think that you're like, I'm just going to quit my job, jump in an RV, start a TikTok, and boom, I'm going to make that money. How many years has this been in the process? You didn't get to where you're at overnight.
No, I mean, we've been doing YouTube for about 6 years
6
now.
years, yeah.
6 or 7 years, and it's really interesting. Do you like show overlays?
Oh, yeah, we can. Absolutely.
Bing! Send me an email. I'll send you the graph, and there's just nothingness forever. and then it shoots up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so the whole thing with social media, you just have to keep going.
Right.
You suck. You look bad on camera. We all do.
Right.
Don't worry about that. Just keep on going.
Keep grinding.
Keep grinding.
From what I've seen is by 3 years, most people are popping out. They're like, I'm done.
By
I'm
third
burned.
video, people stop.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's the point when things start turning for you a lot of times.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
You two are not the most talented people on earth.
God, no.
We are not the most talented salespeople on earth. If anything, we're probably in the bottom lower half, right? If you want to be honest. If we're having like a check to reality.
Right.
The difference is we don't stop.
Right.
The algorithm doesn't care about Venturesome Couple
Nope.
or us or them. They care about who feeds the beast the most.
Right.
And we feed the beast a lot.
You do.
Yep. And we're
so
too
do
damn
you.
stubborn to
So
quit.
do you.
Exactly. It's like, hey, we're going to get at it. We're going to make this work. And if you quit, you're not going to make that work. How do you know? You're one video away from something just going skyrocket viral, and all of a sudden, boom, you made it, right?
Yeah,
for sure.
But in the meantime, you better have some revenue streams like you guys do, because if tomorrow we wake up and all of a sudden old Facebook decides, I ain't going to pay you anymore, which we've been down that path.
Oh, yeah.
You better have some other options, which is what you guys do. One of the things that we like to really point out is you don't have to work camp, right? Like there's ways to make legit money to afford you the lifestyle to travel, retire, really live a lifestyle that you would enjoy. Not to say that work camping is bad, but let's be real. There's entrepreneurial opportunities out there for people that are willing to put in the work. And
no
how
doubt.
did you come up with the idea of Liquefied?
So, read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Yep.
Figured out that even Matt's RV reviews, it's not a real business.
Right.
Literally, just like you said, it could be shut off tomorrow. We could offend somebody somewhere, and they could click a off button, or it's not a job, as in it's not a real business. And when I say that, I mean if I stop working, all my team loses their jobs.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
No filming, no money.
Right.
So I was talking with Will, and I'm like, man, we really need to come out with a business, right? And at the time, Q's power formers, transformers or whatever,
Right.
they I was looking for one, and they weren't trying to work with us for some reason. And whatever, it's not a stab at them, right?
Right.
So I'm all like, yo, let's make our own surge protectors. And I found where they're made, and I found where they're sourced. And then it was going to be $1 million to start, which we don't have. Right.
YouTube ain't paying that kind of money.
No. Believe it or not, we knew somebody who would give us the money. But then I'm all like, dude, who are we to put our name on a surge protector?
Right.
I don't know this, that, or another from a good one or a bad one. And then it's not my money, it's an investment. And so we totally backed out. And so I'm sitting in my house one day, and I'm like, dude, what would we have the advantage? And what am I known for? And everybody knows me for the prime pooping position.
Right.
Bing!
Yep.
Use that one, too.
All right.
And so I'm like, how funny would it be if we sold toilets? And I'm like, we can't sell toilets. How do you even make a toilet, right?
Right.
And then I'm like, what about toilet treatment? And then I started going down the rabbit hole. I'm like, oh, my gosh, these are a $20 product. Oh, my God, this is a commodity that everybody uses. Oh, my gosh. So then I reached out to some manufacturers, and I found out that, hey, I could start this. I can get a really good order for about $50,000, which we had that, which that was like all that we had.
It was life
right?
savings.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Like had to cash out the 401k.
All in.
Yeah.
For real, all in. But it made me feel good because I didn't have to borrow somebody else's money.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And so then we tested the 15 best toilet treatments, and we went to our manufacturer, and we were just going to reverse engineer the one that worked the best. Coincidentally, his product worked the best, so he didn't need to re-engineer everything.
That's
He
cool.
already knew the formula. And then, it's pretty much our marketing with the Beatix bottle that has the 1 ounce pre-measuring spout, our marketing on it, orange scent, and so it's awesome.
Yeah.
And Liquefied is now our fourth stream of income.
Right. And it's growing from what I'm seeing. You got cleaner over there. You got sensors. Like, it's brilliant. You know your audience, and you are known for that. Your marketing was a natural fit.
Yeah. I mean, that's the whole thing. It's just like, were we the authority on surge protector, no. I think if JD from Big Truck Big RV put his name on one, it would be
God,
fire.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think if Chad and Tara from Changing Lanes put their name on one, it would be
Absolutely.
fire.
Right.
I don't, self-awareness. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
With that said, love JD.
Right.
No disrespect, and he's my very good friend. I've been to his ranch. He cannot sell more toilet treatment than me
Right.
because he's not that guy.
It's not
Yeah.
his thing.
I'm the
Yeah.
prime
Right.
pooping position guy. It's
Right.
This is light. This is poop. It's funny, right?
It is.
It is.
In JD's not funny.
Serious.
Right.
Now,
you
with
know.
that said, if JD recommends a surge protector,
Right.
or a 10-inch I-beam off center, I'm gonna listen to JD.
Yes.
Yeah.
Forget what Matt has to say.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it's just knowing about who you are as well.
Right. And so, how did you get wrapped up in this dream of Liquefied? Or let's back that up a little bit further. How did you and Matt meet? How did you, Matt and Will?
Talk to him.
So Matt and I met because it's
Why don't you wait? Hang on. How about you just talk about how we met first?
Yeah, let's
Okay.
go all the way
All
back.
the way back.
All the way back.
Okay, so Jen and I just got engaged. We were getting ready to get married in a few months, and she had also just graduated college. And she was having trouble finding a job, searching a little bit. And at the same time, we're trying to figure out what we're going to do with our life now when we're getting married. And we kind of come up with this plan because we didn't want to stay in our hometown where we were born or where we were raised. I wasn't born there. But we couldn't figure out where we wanted to go. So we were like, got this idea, like, let's go buy an RV. So, and then we can travel for a year and maybe we'll find somewhere where we want to, settle down basically. So we go there, we find an RV that we like, and we basically got denied for the loan
Womp womp.
in the very beginning. And part of that was because Jen wasn't working.
Right.
So
And they were 23, 24.
Right.
we were 23 at the time.
Yeah.
They're like, they ain't going to make this payment.
Babies.
Yeah.
Can I interject in the story? So I was not their salesperson at Leo's at the time. I probably would have blown them off. I'm like, here's another 23-year-old trying to live full time in an RV.
Yeah.
Right.
Good thing I wasn't the salesperson.
So it's total butterfly effect because the person who's normally the finance manager was out, so there was a different manager being the finance manager, and she was super nice to us, and she told Jen, she was like, hey, I know you have your degree and this isn't the job you're looking for, but why don't you become a receptionist and, work for a month or 3 or 6 or however long it takes you to find a regular job because we're desperate right now.
Right.
And so she applied that day, got a call from the GM the next day, had an interview, and they hired her. And then, of course, we get married and things just get busy. We don't hit the road. We did end up getting approved for the RV a few months later, but we weren't.
Because they were working.
Right.
Yeah.
And money helps.
Yeah. We weren't quite ready to hit the road. I lost my job about 3 months after we got married. And I'm like, this is easy. I'd already been, started becoming friends with Matt and knew everybody at Leo's. I'm like, even if it's not where I want to spend, years, I'm like, I'll just, we had no money to our name. We were just married. I'm like, at least it's something,
Right.
it's a
Yeah.
job. So I started selling. And I actually really enjoyed it working with people and RVers. RVers are awesome to work with. And so that's how we met and how we grew. Matt moved to Florida probably about a year after I started working there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we helped move him to Florida. And it was about a year where I was working at Leo's. He was in Florida. And then he called me and he was like, hey, just with COVID and everything, things are blowing up. And I really want to, get more going with towables and stuff like that. And so then I came back on working with him. So
Yep.
Fantastic.
And then we started Matt's RV Reviews Towables, which is our second YouTube channel. But now it's all linked into one YouTube
Right.
channel.
Right.
Yep.
And so your wife as well, which we haven't
Yep,
talked
yep.
about, she's in the industry. How'd you guys meet?
We sold the Baltimore Sun together back in 2011.
Wow.
Oh,
Yep. We sold newspaper subscriptions. Yep, absolutely.
Wow, that's freaking fantastic.
Yep. And so
didn't
if
know
you guys don't know, she films me for the Motorhome Show. Will films me for the
Right.
Towables.
Nice.
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice. And so are you out of, full time, but where's
Yeah.
home base out of?
home base for us is basically Florida. That's where we spend the most time. We'll record a lot, especially winter. There's no better place to be than Florida all
right.
winter long.
Yep.
And then we
Right.
can knock a bunch of work out. It's show season, so it's a good time for us both on Matt's RV review side, but as well Liquefied, getting out there in front of customers and everything.
So are you guys still selling with General RV then? So, I mean, Matt Cash still a thing? Because you guys hooked us back in the day.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Matt's Catch is still a thing. We partner with General RV, and so whenever somebody goes to generalrv.com/Matt's Cash, you get put with one of our select team members, and they make sure they get you the best price in America. Brr, 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 brr.
Which we can vouch for. So in
Right.
2021, they were the second video we watched because we found out about Alliance from another YouTube channel when they did a comparison from their toy hauler to an Alliance Valor. We were like, what's an Alliance Valor?
Right.
Let's look it up. And there's Matt and Will. And we did use the Matt's Cash, and we did get the best price in America because we went out and we sourced through about 10 different RV companies.
Oh, yeah.
Dealerships.
We were pissing everybody off.
And we ended up going with General RV, and you guys treated us great.
Yep.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Yep,
Yeah.
and then we ended up using General for the Paradigm too.
Yeah.
When we
Yep.
traded in the Valor, we bought it through the Paradigm. Bought the Paradigm through General. So, and we've done a video on that. You know, people always ask, you know, who do you recommend? Well, of course, we say we recommend you guys because
Yes.
we were treated right. I mean, like we were just Chris and Martha when we all met, and
Right.
Yeah.
you FaceTimed us, and you're like, oh, you know, congratulations. And that was wild because, you know, to us as, you know, average consumers looking at YouTube, we're like, you guys are celebrities. And
Yeah.
then just for you to take your time out and then to be able to talk to us, I was like, this
I
is some
know.
cool shit.
I fangirled big time.
Oh, yeah, she did. Remember? Do you remember? Hey,
You
do you
remember
remember
that?
the Tampa show, the fall, the summer
It was
show?
the summer show of 21.
I do.
And we ordered our Valor and we're waiting for it. And I just like got so giddy. I was like, there's Matt.
Yes.
And
That's cool.
and I will say I can't even imagine how many times you guys hear, oh, I'm going to start a YouTube channel and I'm going to do that. And we were the same way. We had like 7 subscribers. Basically,
but I
our
told
own
you.
damn family didn't even subscribe.
I told you would make it, did I not?
You did.
So I'm a very judgmental person, and I don't mean to be. I actually judge myself that I judge people
Right.
because I hate doing that. But I also understand that it's not like me doing it. Like, we do it as humans.
I wouldn't
And-
say judging, but like you're good at reading people. You're not judging them in like a negative way.
No.
Right.
But it's just like, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds really wrong. But hopefully you guys understand what I'm saying. And so I have like that gut feeling when like people are like, oh yeah, I'm going to start a channel and this and that. I'm like, yeah, okay, buddy. But I told you at that show, I'm like,
You did?
no, you guys are going to make it. I'm like Simon Cowell.
Just a talent advisor.
No, you just know when like there's like there's a spark or a feng shui or something.
Right.
You know, when people say they're going to do something,
Right.
and you're like, yo, I believe you. I know
Yeah.
you will do it. Right. And then everybody else, and I don't mean it in a rude way.
No.
When I say everybody else and they're not going to do it, but
Right.
it takes a very special thing to commit to doing something.
Well, especially
It's
like
hard.
you said, it's not like we're the best looking, the most talented. We're just not willing to give up, and we keep growing and learning. And it's the same thing you guys do, right?
Yep,
It's like,
for sure.
hey, how do I make more money? How do I get another revenue stream? Like, I want to go on a cruise. I want to retire someday. We were talking yesterday offline, and you were talking about like, there's that number in your head that you got to hit to retire.
Yep.
If you're not striving for that, good Lord.
So the noise in the background, if you're listening on the podcast, we are at the 2024 Alliance RV National Rally, and we're at the Liquefied booth with Matt and Will.
And somebody's
Thank
got
you.
an impact gun.
Yeah.
Good God.
Oh, I think
He's
it's,
taking his cabinets apart.
Oh,
it's
okay.
our custom RV furniture, and it's okay because I'm dropping off my Delta with him.
What you doing?
He's ripping out my U-shaped dinette and building a desk. So,
Nice. Hey, somebody's jacking your equipment.
oh, that's Joe Mel. He can take it.
Oh, okay. Joe Mel. That would be the director of marketing for Alliance RV, wouldn't it? He's trying to tag a video. See, welcome to our life, y'all. Nothing ever goes as planned. That's one thing we can say. So,
Right.
Will, let's talk about what you and Jen do now. I mean, obviously, you guys travel quite a bit. What's your role, or what's Jen's role? We haven't talked much about what does she do in the world of Liquefied and Matt's RV reviews.
So in the world of Matt's RV reviews, she is our editor. So she's our full-time editor. So every video that you see, she's editing. She also does all of our website updates, anything like that we need.
She's your IT department.
Yeah, pretty much. And and then kind of the same thing with Liquefied. She's done all the labeling. She's designed
Everything.
all that. So so her official title is the creative director. So
That
think
makes
anything
perfect sense.
creative, she does that and more. To be honest, just
Right.
Yeah, she actually created the Liquefied logo. Like, she made that font.
Oh,
Like,
that's freaking
crazy.
awesome.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's very cool. So what's Andrea's role in this grand scheme of things other than telling you what to do?
Yeah, so Liquefied, she's not included much. But for Matt's RV reviews, she does, the show. She films with us and everything. And she doesn't like coming to these big shows. She'll be at Tampa and Hershey. But these shows are absolutely crazy. As you can see, Jen's not even here.
Yeah.
Jen doesn't like hanging out here either. I mean, to be honest, me and Will don't like either.
It's draining. It
Don't
is
get me wrong.
hard.
I enjoy it and I live off this, and Will does too. But it's very, very hard and work to do to come to these shows. So everybody plays a role perfectly.
Yeah.
And it's great because nobody's overworked. Other than us, but
Right. But I mean, you guys mentioned something about the business that I think is really important. You're bootstrapping, right? You're talking your money, no investors. You guys are doing this. You're reinvesting in your company for future domination.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So every single dollar that we've made, we've put back in, and so we haven't made any money yet from it, which is okay. I mean, so the whole thing, and I heard this on
could've,
Shark. Yeah,
like-
I heard this on Shark Tank.
Right.
We could turn everything off right now and then cash flow instantly, right?
Right.
And then we can end the year with, X, Y, and Z dollar amount, and be great from it. But
That's
since
shutting off all the marketing and
we could
anything
shut
we're
off
spending money on.
everything.
So
Right.
But we are fortunate enough to have a 2-year contract with General RV. We have Google, we have YouTube, we have sponsors. So, let's just bootstrap everything and just keep reinvesting it. And we work with all the influencers.
Right.
Changing Lanes, Finding Our Someday, Today is Someday, Izzy and MJ, Endless RVing, Andrew Steele, you guys.
Right.
I mean, if I'm all about RVs,
Yeah.
RV tips and
yeah.
tricks. I mean,
Yeah.
we're talking everybody because what we know and what we believe in is we know the power of social media.
God, yes.
And so all our marketing, 99% of it is all influencer marketing.
Right.
The other 1% is RV business because you got to play
Right.
in that side of the world.
Right.
course.
Yeah, exactly. It makes perfect sense if you're messing with the influencer marketing world because you're putting it in front of your audience, right? Like,
Right.
if somebody's watching All About RVs, they're already RVers because Jared Gillis does a fantastic job of
He does.
teaching
Yes.
people things. So, and if he says, "Hey, Liquefied is the shit,"
yeah,
it's just they're going to believe it. You know who's watching it is exactly your targeted audience versus traditional marketing, which we're never been. I won't say it doesn't have its place, but if you throw it on a billboard, 100 million people see it. Of that, a small percentage will actually do anything with it. So you're smart. You're putting it where it matters. And one thing that I would say, I won't say, but let me ask you this: if you were going to say, okay, somebody has this pipe dream, right? They read the same book you did. They go, okay, what's my niche? Where do I go with this? What's your advice to them as a startup in the RV industry? Is it saturated or is there still room to grow?
specifically with RV toilet treatment.
No,
just,
not toiletry. I'm just saying in general, like I want to start a business and I want to target RVers. And I'm not saying YouTube or anything like that. I'm talking like a legit business where you have a product that sells itself.
Yeah, I don't think it's saturated, and I think there's always room for improvement. If you have a good product, and you can create something good at a good price point and everything, I think there's definitely room in the RV space.
Right.
So.
And I won't say names because we were talking about this yesterday. There was another booth here that we were talking about, and you made a point about a price point. And we had the same opinion on the price point because it had a sticker factor. You're like, shit, that's expensive.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, in I'm kind of rude sometimes, and I'm not rude.
It wasn't rude. It was just pointed.
Yeah, I'm just like, it's more of like a question, like, hey, why was that so much money?
Right.
And don't get me wrong, our toilet treatment is the most expensive toilet treatment in a sense, and people are going to want to know why.
Right.
Why is this twice the price as Camco? And I'm able to explain that to people.
There's
and
real
I just
reasons
wanted,
behind
yeah,
that,
and I just wanted to know why hers was more expensive.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And she explained it, and I'm like, hey, makes total sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
what,
we're all in this business to make money.
right. Well, yeah, nobody does it for free. I mean, there's, as you said, there becomes a point where you're reinvesting, so it's not for free, but you may not be incoming yourself at this point or having a revenue stream out of it traditionally, but long term, you know where it's at.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're excited.
Yeah, you know where that number's going. What questions do you have for them?
So, do you guys attend rallies year round? So I know you came to our Southern Alley rally
Yep.
twice now, which we appreciate, and hopefully you'll come next year.
Yes.
Of course.
And then, of course, the Alliance RV rally.
Yeah,
Right.
so the answer is no. Like we've gone to the Lippert rally because we're partners with Lippert.
Right.
And we come here because we're not working this. We are
Right.
actual allies. You
Right.
know, Will and I was literally saying about 2 hours ago, we need to come to rallies. The amount of people that we're able to talk with and interact,
Right.
is just unreal. And we don't know how much we've sold here. We do know how much we've sold with here and online, but I would like to see the breakdown of how much we sold here. And yeah, we want to go to the other rallies. You know,
Right. Well, it goes back to that whole your audience, right? I mean, and you know that there's a time and a place for social media marketing and influencers, but there's a lot to be said about the generation that is in the RV space for the most part. They're still very much relationships, handshakes, conversations,
Absolutely.
and that hand-to-hand marketing of just having a conversation, explaining why your product's better. They'll spend the money.
Yep.
And so if
Yeah.
you can get in front of, like, you go to like a Grand Design rally where you got 600 trailers, 700 trailers, that's a lot of liquefied.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah, we definitely want to go to the Grand Design Rally. I mean, and they're good people over there.
I agree.
The problem is, man, it falls during Dusseldorf show
Yeah.
in Germany.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Well, you know, I
Yeah.
can't pass
Yeah.
up Germany.
yeah, but
Right.
if anything ever changes,
We will probably have our brand ambassadors there, though.
yeah,
The
yeah.
Campaholics.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Campaholics
yeah.
will be there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
We work with them too. They're fantastic. And yeah, we're excited. So.
Yep.
Yeah. What other questions you got?
I can't think in it right now.
You got
On
nothing
the
else?
spot.
You got anything for us?
Oh, man. I wasn't thinking either.
I wasn't either, yeah.
So now we're both Alliance Delta owners. Do people know that yet?
Oh, yeah, it's public.
Yes, they
it's
do.
public.
Okay.
And we
Because
have a
if
tour.
they don't, now you do.
Yep.
So what made you guys go to a travel trailer?
Well, since this is working and wandering, we'll give you the no bullshit answer. How about that?
Okay.
Because we've got the, you got the elevator pitch, which explains what you're doing, but the reality is,
Which is which is part of the truth, of
oh,
course.
it's not
Yeah.
a lie, but
Yeah.
there's just a deeper reason behind it. Which 70% of all trailers sold are travel trailers, right?
Okay.
The Alliance Delta is the fastest moving unit within the Alliance line within the first 10 months that it's been in production.
Okay.
Wow.
There's no influencers or ambassadors in that line. Now the Ketos have
Yeah.
so
Damn.
us
Two
and the
crazy
Ketos.
Two crazy
Damn.
campers.
So-
I bought the very first one.
You did.
But you're not an ambassador. You're just the man.
Damn.
So
But that's probably another reason why a lot of people bought travel
Right.
trailers. You know, they watch you and they say, "Oh, he bought a travel trailer."
No, you said I'm not a real ambassador. Dang, dude.
oh, don't get your feelings
if
hurt.
Josh had a Delta, would he be an ambassador?
Josh don't even like RVs. Just playing. I don't even know Josh, but I do know who you're talking about.
He's
the
good.
RV
He's
nerd.
good people. You should have him on the show too. He's a
I
good
would love
friend.
to.
We
I
would
would
love
actually
to.
love to meet him. We watch
Yeah.
his stuff, but no, I mean, I'm busting your balls about the ambassador part. But the reality is, it's a segment that I think people can really latch onto, and I think it'll help grow us and on the Venturesome Couple side.
Yep.
And I think that. Being that Alliance is one of the few manufacturers that actually warrants their travel trailers for full time,
Right.
I think that it's like, hey, we could get this out there and run with it. It's kind of like when we first started with Alliance, we were looking at it as a growing company, a growing channel, and a growing brand that we could grow together. And we just saw an opportunity to try something different that the rest of the ambassadors weren't in.
Yeah. And like you said, it's warranted for full-time RVing. We had a travel trailer in Heartland North Trail, and it was ultralight, not full-time. And when we decided to full-time for almost a year, we went with the Alliance Valor Toy Hauler.
Yeah.
We bought a home base in Florida, so we went down to the Paradigm 340 RL, which is under 38 feet, and the Delta travel trailer, which we've had a travel trailer before. This one is just under 34 feet. So it gives us something different. Chris and I, we try and pride ourselves on doing a lot of tips and tricks and showing people how we enjoy the RV life, what you can use, different products. We like to test things out, and we research it.
Yeah.
So like Chris said he researched and on LinkedIn and found out 70% of the new RVers are buying travel trailers. And this is a good fit for us because we can help showcase how to live the travel trailer life.
Yeah.
Right,
We've
and
experienced
the
it
point of
before.
entry is so much cheaper than like a big
sure.
fifth wheel, so it's more accessible to more people.
Yeah.
And you know what we're really looking at is the people like that are kind of in our world that we're out here working. We're not retirees. We've still got a 9 to 5 to deal with. So a lot of times it's just the weekend warriors, and I'm like, we want to be able to cater to that audience, saying, look, you can go still live your best life, work your 9 to 5. You can go out and have a great experience in a travel trailer, and then it opens up like a lot of state parks. It opens up national parks. It's only 33.11 long. It's 11 feet tall. So it's like it hits all the box on the practical side, and it hits a lot of the box on the business side. And it's 2 years from now we'll probably be in something different. That's just reality. Hey, let's be real. KYD has started and made a hell of an empire for themselves, and they're flipping trailers like crazy.
Yep.
Which was cool because we watched them for years and we saw that, especially like when they went to Alaska. And then we're going next summer to Alaska.
Nice.
If you guys are interested.
Let's roll. But so that's really what it came from on the Delta. It was a business decision, and it was just a practical decision. And the way I see it is, you should be studying what other people are doing and seeing what works and what's successful. We love what KYD has done. We've had an opportunity to meet with Mark and Trish and really talk to them about it. And I think they got the right idea, right? Refresh your content. I mean, you guys aren't reviewing, going through the same trailers over and over. You're looking at what's new, what's fresh, and people want to see that. So it's the same thing. If you got the same 340 that you've been in for 3 years, they're like, I've seen everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. So what's your podcast called?
Working and wandering.
Nice.
Yeah, it's all for us. It's all about that hustle. It's like, let's talk about the money side of things.
Let's do it.
Right.
Let's talk.
Let's talk. What do you got? What do you want to talk about on the money side? So let's be real. Can you make a very high 6-figure salary running around in an RV full time?
What do you mean? Like on YouTube?
No, I'm just talking about business in general.
I don't know. I make YouTube videos. What do you think? well, Jen made good money before Master
She did?
Reviews, and she worked remotely. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of remote jobs. So,
Right.
Tons of remote jobs. Yeah.
And then there's a lot of jobs where, they got that thing with the beets or whatever, the beet
Oh,
farmers.
the beet harvest. Yeah,
yeah,
they
we
make
heard
some
about
serious
that.
loot on that.
Yeah, they do. I mean, the gig work and the gig economy is really, really good, and
Yeah.
you could just focus on different areas. You could be what we would refer to as a show dog.
Yeah.
In like a lot of these vendors, they live in their RVs and they travel around from rally to rally, show to show, and then salespeople do that too. You can work as a show dog, and then all you do is go work for Lazy Days or Camping World or one of those people that hired the show dogs.
Right.
And it's not like it's a great thing, not like a bad thing. And
Right.
then work the Tampa show, and then the Fort Myers show, and the Arizona show. Like wherever you're going during show season, there's always a show every weekend. So
Right.
there's that way to make money as well. So,
That's a brilliant. I hadn't heard about the show dogs. It makes perfect sense. I know people do that in a lot of the recruiting world is too.
Yeah.
They'll jump around and they'll go conference to conference to conference and recruit and do headhunting and things. So I mean, I guess it makes perfect sense that is a sales side of things. And so let's talk commissions. Do they make good money on the commission side, or is it kind of set rate?
I would say it's probably, and I do think it's different for the show dogs. They probably each negotiate something different. Right now, most of them are probably getting flats, don't you think?
well, no.
You
So
don't think so?
like show dogs, from what I've heard, and we're not in this
Yeah.
Right.
world, but they'll get like a set amount for the weekend and like kind of guaranteed, because there is no residual from a show. They've
Right.
got to
Right.
sell right there and then. And then they get their commission. Now, there's a lot of dealerships that will screw over these show dogs.
Right.
So there's this one guy, and his name is Sasquatch. And I've
a
never
great
met
name.
him. I never met him. If you've been to an RV show, you've seen him. He is about 6'10",
Damn.
and he's like the pimp of these show dogs.
Because he'll get you your money.
Hey,
Kiss the ring.
He's gonna get you your money. You know what I'm saying? And he takes a cut, but
Right.
I rather make 20% commission guaranteed
Yeah.
than 25%, and then have
to
one
fight
out of
for
3
it.
dealerships screw you over. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I'm not. There's no dealerships that
Right.
I know that will
Right.
screw people out. But I mean,
Yeah.
when you talk dollars and cents,
It's money.
It happens.
It's real.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, that's part of it. So I'd never heard of a show dog. What other type of sales type jobs or RV industry type jobs are out there that people might be interested in?
That are remote, it would be pretty far and few between, I think, being remote. There might be some marketing roles that are remote. Internet sales. You could, with the right company,
You could do that.
I would imagine that there's some, internet salespeople that could be fully remote.
Let's talk about general RV. So we're not talking remote in general. So if somebody's an 18-year-old kid straight out of high school, just willing to work hard, could they go to a general RV that's still family owned and create a career for themselves?
at 18, I don't know. I've never met anybody at 18.
Right.
Like when I started in the industry, I was 26, 25. And I was like the youngest.
Gotcha.
It's definitely creeping down. I've seen 21-year-olds within companies and in general RV, but absolutely. I mean, there's 100% a career to be had.
Absolutely.
Salespeople they make a lot more money than what you would think, but that's the top 10 or 20%. Just like everything,
you got to hustle.
Yeah.
Gotta hustle. You cannot rely on that door swinging open for you.
Right.
I mean, there are salespeople that make a lot of money, like six figures multiple times.
Oh yeah.
But there's also a lot of salespeople within our organization and other organizations that just kind of make that not that
They're
know.
fine, just cruising along.
Right.
They're fine cruising
making
along.
a little bit of money.
And it's really but that's honestly that's everything in life.
That is.
It is. It's everybody's motivation, right? Like some people just are like, I'm cool. I'm just going to get by. Then there's those of us that are like, F that. I'm trying to make real money.
Yep. And then there's people that like that, quote, job security, which I think we found out over the last 5-10 years that there's really no such thing as job security. But people love that blanket of having that.
Right.
Whereas they would have made 2, 3, 4, 6 times as much
Right,
if they
if they're
worked off
willing.
straight commission.
Right. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, straight commission's hard. But
Oh, it is.
It
It
is.
is because we both come out of the sales world.
And then I was a behavioral health care recruiter for Alaska Native Hospital, so I gave that up to become a content creator.
Yeah.
Right. And trust me, there's nothing more of a hustle than trying to be a content creator and
Oh,
make
yeah.
money. Oh, my
Yeah.
God. But, okay, so that's good to hear that there's that side of it. I mean, you mentioned, like, there's no job security. There's a saying in HR that is your obituary takes longer to get posted than your job description. And when they're replacing your
job
role,
post, yeah.
your job post, right? They're going to put your job up to be replaced before your obituary ever hits the sheets.
That's
So
facts.
that's just true. So
Yep.
like we are all a cog in the wheel unless you're running your own thing. And then at least it's your wheel, right?
Yeah.
So
But you're still a cog.
you are a
Yeah.
cog, but you control it.
Now, the wondering part of working. So, how is your work-life balance? Like, do you take vacations? Do you take some like me time, self-time, family time?
Yeah, so I've been really bad about that. I mean, I am a workaholic. I love this. I enjoy this. But Will has been really helpful with that. So, Will, why don't you tell him about what we do? Bodie McBoatface.
Are you talking about your pickleball championships? Because I know
No.
you're some bad man.
No. We love pickleball, but no, we vacation too a lot now.
Go.
Yeah, me and Jen, we love traveling, but our most recent has definitely been cruising. So
Yeah.
we love cruising. It's awesome, especially when you're busy. Like we'll do it a lot, not a lot, but we'll make sure to cruise at least once every winter because that's Tampa's show and like heavy on recordings,
Right.
batch recording and all that. So we don't really have time to plan like some big trip.
Yeah.
But with cruising, it's so nice. We call our friend who's a travel agent. He finds a good ship, a good route, and then from there, that's your transportation, that's your hotel, that's your food already booked.
Right.
All you have to do is worry about your excursions from there. So.
Right. That's a few minutes online. That's easy.
it's
We're
easy.
cruisers too.
Oh,
We're
I
all
know.
about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But that's the whole point of working hard is so that you can take that time and have those excursions. Growing
Absolutely.
up, unfortunately, on the working side of things, my family was like struggling, so there was no vacation. There
Right.
was nothing like that. And I'm like, I will never live like that.
I know.
Like growing up, same thing, same situation. Our vacation was us moving ourselves from like one state to another, and that was our
Right.
vacation.
Right.
What we
Yeah.
saw along the way.
Yeah, and I love the idea of like taking time for yourself, taking time for your family
Absolutely.
to recharge. And on the wandering side, the other part of that on the wandering side is we try to open the eyes to people. It's like use your RV. Like kind of like you do, Matt, right? This is your business mobile. It'll go where you need to go.
Yes.
You can sleep in it. You don't have to stay in a hotel. You're good. And you can take work or bring your work wherever you want because you brought your RV with you. And there's so many opportunities that like people are like, I don't want to live in North Dakota. But you know what? If they're going to offer you a huge sign-on bonus and a crap ton of money to come work a season in North Dakota, roll out. Take the money.
Right.
Yeah.
Two things. One, he needs to talk to you about your camera. Will.
Camera?
All right.
Yeah. The backup camera or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just
Go
pop
for
off
it.
real quick.
Hey, we told you we're at the RV show. This is real life,
this
y'all.
is live, unedited, uncut. But yeah, no, the living factor in it for sure. And then talking about more business, travel nursing.
Right.
Oh my gosh, military folk, how they travel all the time.
Dude, we wasted so many hundreds of thousands of dollars renting when I was active duty. 16 years traveling around the country paying other people's rent.
Yep.
Or paying their mortgage.
And
Stupid.
The biggest thing is the puppers. You know, we brought Una and Tucker with us.
Yep.
And so that's a lot of fun as well.
Oh yeah, and they're so sweet.
They are. They're good dogs. So what's next? Where are we going after this?
Well, we're working really hard on Liquefied. So we got a partner, like a venture capitalist type of guy.
Went all
angel
Shark Tank
investor.
on us?
No. But Sean Conlon,
Yes.
Pause for Love,
Yep.
also an Alliance owner, also a Golden Retriever owner. And he's been a good friend of ours for years, and he's been helping us on the back end with Liquefied, with Matt's RVer. I mean, he's helped us negotiate contracts with RVR in general, and you know, he's a thorough businessman through and through. He's built businesses, he's grew them, he's sold them. He knows what he's doing, and he knows terminologies that we don't know. EBITDAs, this, that, blah, 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 blah. And so he made an investment in our company this year. So he now has ownership stake. You know, Will and Jen do, I do. So so that's really exciting, and we're turning this into a real business.
Right.
You know, our first year we sold $800,000 worth of product.
Right?
Thank
Killing
you.
it.
Thank you. And so since we're talking dollars and cents and business money, I have no problem sharing this. So from that, it's a 40% profit margin.
That's fantastic.
Thank you. So it like $300,000 in profit, right? But we've taken that and put 100% of it back into the business.
Right.
Well, me not being a businessman or not knowing nothing, made 300, spent 300. So I'm like, oh, I made $0.
Right.
Well, I got hit with a $60,000 tax bill.
Yep.
That I didn't know about. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, but I made no money. Like, I made no money, but you know,
the business did. Yeah.
Yeah, but it didn't. But it did. And there's certain things, just mistakes of getting punched in the mouth.
Right.
And so it's just like, you know, Sean, he knows how not to get punched in the mouth because he's been punched in the mouth, and all you got to do is get punched in the mouth one time to know what to do. And you know, there's a lot more structure in our company now, which is good.
Yeah.
He's taken a whole bunch of work off of my plate, and I get to focus on doing what I like to do and doing, quite frankly, what I'm good at.
Right.
Which is marketing it, you know, connecting and getting the word out. And not only that, there was the money side and just knowing how to grow the business. And then we're working on wholesale. So obviously we're in the stores at General RV, which is amazing. We're in talks with Camping World, knock on wood. We're in talks with Blue Compass, knock on wood. And, you know, we want to be at all the dealerships and everything, you know, so people can buy it on store shelves when they travel, and they don't need to wait on our website or on Amazon.
Right.
So, you know, it's a lot of fun watching it grow, and, you know, there's a lot of scary stuff, and it's ups and downs, you know, and hopefully we can make something of it. You know,
you're already doing it.
Yeah,
you're
you
already
are.
doing
we're
it.
trying.
You're doing
but yeah, we're so to answer your question, for the rest of the year, we're focusing on just growing Liquefied,
Especially on the wholesale side.
yeah, to be as big and great as it can. Our next new product is going to be gray tank treatment. Do you have the bottle?
I do.
Oh,
Yeah, let's
factory
bring that
first.
over.
I haven't even seen it yet. Did you put the label on it?
No.
Oh, don't
What?
put the label on it.
Right.
Yeah. Unless you guys want to put the label on it. Like we legit I'm seeing this for the first time. Yeah,
That's cool.
dude. Let's put the label on it here so we can see what it looks like.
I
right?
don't think we can. It's not a real label.
What do you mean it's
Well,
not a real?
it's real-ish.
Not a
So
sticker?
it's not. It is, but it's going to be this whole thing.
Oh, just
Wrap it around. Let's go. Let's see what we
yeah,
got.
we're trying to.
So while you're working on that, why we got two different colors? I see blue and orange. They got different scent.
Tell him, Will.
All right, hold on one sec. Okay, so we do have like those colors are kind of the normal colors because we have an orange and a lavender.
Gotcha.
But that bottle is actually
Supposed to be blue.
It's supposed to be more blue.
It's blue.
Yeah,
We'll go blue.
It's bluish
Be the
purple.
lighting.
It's still an orange scent, but as you can see, we branded it. It's a special edition for the Alliance Rally.
Right. Let's put
So-
that up there. Just look at that.
There you
got
go.
it.
And turn it around the other way so they see the front.
So
Right?
we
Oh,
did
that too.
this. We did that last year, and people loved it. So we did it again this year. And literally, this is the only weekend you can get it because I'm pretty sure we're going to sell out totally and completely. Last year
Right.
we had a few bottles left over, but not this year.
You won't because we'll swoop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We need to
got that-
refill ours.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
that Delta.
We
There you
can't
go.
put the sticker on. One, I can't even peel it back, and two, we would have to cut it.
Oh,
but
yeah.
this is our new gray tank treatment, and so here's the deal.
Hold it up to the camera. Let's get that on there.
Literally world first. My first time seeing it as well. And here's the deal. We have it in a different bottle, okay? And all this is liquefied.
Okay.
All this is what this is.
So it's
okay?
concentrate.
No,
No, it's not even concentrated.
It's the same exact thing,
Cool.
right? We made it lemon because that's what you want to smell from our sink.
Okay.
And the feedback that we've gotten, the amount of people that we had to tell, hey, this works for your gray tank as well. Everybody
does.
asks,
It
but
does.
nobody does it, right?
We do.
Wonderful. But here's what we've learned. The taboo of putting something for your toilet into your sink, people don't like that.
Gotcha.
So then we're all like, yo, let's just make a gray tank treatment, right? Let's make it in a different bottle. Because it doesn't matter if you use a drop or a lot, at your own discretion.
Especially in the gray tank.
Right.
You're not having to break down a bunch of toilet paper and stuff. So,
Or poop.
yeah.
Yeah.
But we really wanted to make everything look different. The bottle, the label, the features, and you can see here it says gray tank treatment. And so, that's going to be really exciting. Here's a question. How do you spell gray? How do you spell gray tank?
Gray tank, it would be Grey because it would be based on a color, I would assume, or it'd be Gray. Could be either or.
Well, how do you spell gray?
Well, if you're talking color, I'm going to go Grey, and if I say gray tank, I'm going to say Gray.
Wait, the color gray is spelled Grey?
I don't know. I might be just making myself look like a dumbass with an MBA.
Well, no. This is what's been
That's a real question.
really confusing. Gray,
All right.
Gray. That's gray. I've never once spelled gray Grey, but technically it's called a gray tank Grey. And I'm like, dude, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Like,
Damn, I'm killing it. Look at that, y'all. Got
What?
it right. I got it right. You
No.
said it's Grey.
no, you said that's how you spell the color. How do you spell the color gray? How do you? No. This is a
Now
question.
I'm Googling it. I want to know. Come on.
Anyway, we're spelling ours Gray because I feel like that's the way it should be spelled. I don't understand if it's an E or an A. Somebody's like, the Brits say it's an E and the Americans have an A.
Yeah.
And I
Right.
think America's best.
America.
I ain't never know.
We're spelling it with an A.
Right?
I think when I did our gray tank video, I did spell it Gray.
There you
Yeah.
go.
So
You know
my wife's
why?
contradicting me.
America, that's why.
All right, we got the Wi-Fi up because God knows this internet in here is atrocious. All right, I've typed in good God, Grey directly into Google, and let's see what we come up with. It comes up Grey's Anatomy. That's freaking hilarious.
See,
I
look,
used to watch
see,
that
look.
show.
Yeah.
He typed in Grey, gray tank treatment. I'm like, no, it's gray. It's not gray, it's gray. Hey, by the way, I rescheduled live for tomorrow.
Okay.
Because we got to go.
Oh,
play
here we go.
pickleball.
Merriam-Webster's dictionary. Gray versus gray. Gray and gray, so A-Y-E-Y, are both common spellings between the color of black and white. And then, as you said, A-Y is American English,
Yes.
E-Y is British English. So I don't think either one of us are wrong or right. It's just whatever you want. And if you're saying Merca, by God, it's A-Y.
Yeah, go to hell, England. This is the Boston Tea Party 2.0.
Right? Gonna throw that down your poo juice.
Lemon scent.
And I can say that my dad was from England, so it's okay.
I like it. I like
Yeah,
it.
but that's the new thing for us.
I love it.
And we're really going to focus on this pretty much for the next year. But the Matt's RV products empire, whatever you want to call it, we are going to grow past toilet treatments,
Right.
to external washes, lap sealants,
Smart.
anything that's made in America.
There you go.
We had two paths. We can either stay in the toilet category.
Right.
We could have gone freshwater hoses.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you went limp, buddy. I
Yep.
think they got a pill for that.
Yeah, we went fresh. We could have gone freshwater hoses, sewer hoses, but then we would have had to deal with China.
Right.
Which can't wait to go to China. Don't want to deal business with them.
Right.
Not in a rude way. Just
Doing your own thing.
The communication
Yes.
and the importing, export has nothing to do with them. It has I don't want to buy a cargo container ship
Right.
and wait for that stuff. So our business strategy is to do stuff that's 100% made in America. Partner
it.
with excellent people like Century Chemical, who's right down the street, and
Right.
just have our stuff made in America. So
I'm loving it.
All that stuff, the car washes, the lap sealants, any seals, any type of chemical, even though it's not chemical, it's enzyme and bacteria. That's the path that we're going to go down.
I love it.
Yep, we're excited.
I love it. Any last thoughts?
Nope, buy some toilet chemical.
There
Oh
you go.
man, it's not chemical, it's treatment. I literally just said what I you know what I'm saying.
Go get his stuff. It smell like poo juice, and it'll be citrusy or lavendery, and it'll be purple or blue or whatever the
How
hell
many
it is.
episodes have you had here?
You're going to be what? I think this is only number 8. 7 or 8, something like that.
That's
Probably
amazing.
6 or 7. Yeah,
I love that.
Because when I talked to Matt earlier, he's like, I don't want to be the first.
Nope.
And you're not.
You're not. So we had
Well, I
Jim
don't
Belletti,
want to be. Oh,
Right.
very nice.
So we appreciate you guys'
So-
time. And I
but
mean,
you are a number 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're number one in number 2.
you're number 1 in the number 2 business. I love it.
Yep.
I think isn't that somebody's trademark? Probably. I probably just
Really
screwed
is. We
things.
just got sued.
Yeah.
It's okay.
That's all right. We're number 1 in Matt's poo business. There you go.
Yeah.
How about that? Well, thank you both for taking the time to come
Thanks
on.
for
Thank
having
you
us.
for being willing to talk about your family.
And where can we find you guys? Where can our listeners and viewers find you guys?
Matt's RV reviews on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff.
And then where are we going to buy Liquefied?
LiquefiedRV.com. And then if you want to follow Will and Jen's personal page, it is
Yeah.
Will and Jen on YouTube.
Man, well, real original.
I
with
know.
these names
Will
here.
with 1 L, y'all.
Yes.
That
thank
matters,
you.
right? Because
It does.
otherwise you could end up with some porn site, and we don't want all that.
Only pause.
Only pause. That's what we're going to do for Callie. We're going to do an only
Oh,
pause.
that's
Nice, nice.
Well, thank you for your time. And what's the most important thing?
Don't forget, like and subscribe. Follow all of us. And
Enjoy every moment, y'all.